All right, welcome in, everyone. Jason and Alicia here with you to kick off this Wednesday. Hope everybody out there is waking up well. Waking up pretty comfortable outside. It's pretty nice.
It's really nice. It's nice, Ben, to have the windows open at night, give the AC a break.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that will be the case over the next several days as daytime highs probably staying in the 70s. This morning, kind of cool in some places. Low 60s to upper 50s around the Twin Cities metro. Outlying locations deeper into the 50s. You can see Princeton right now at 54 degrees. Osceola across the bridge is at 56 degrees and even 40s across northern Minnesota. And by this time tomorrow, temperatures could be even cooler. Outside this morning, we are waking up to bright sunshine. That'll be a partner with us through most of the day today, with temperatures rising only into the mid 70s, so about 10 degrees cooler than our average high, which is about as warm as it is all year long. Bright, dry, and comfortable weather. That'll be with us the rest of the week, with a gradual warming trend that takes us back into the low 80s by this weekend. We are tracking some small chances for showers late this weekend into early next week. We'll time those out for you with your full forecast coming up. But first, I'll say good morning to Cece.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Live look here in Inver Grove Heights, right where Highway 52 meets Highway 55. I'm going to start the next few mornings off with this live picture just because a lot of people have been complaining about the slowdowns that have been along this stretch as you go through construction from Inver Grove Heights to the Rosemount area. So right now, things don't look like they're slowing down in this area, but they usually do around 6:15, 6:30. So I'll keep my eye on this. But if you're traveling through here now, things looking good. Across the metro, things also looking good. All green on the map for now. I'll let you know if that changes. I've only tracked one crash this entire morning. We are going to talk construction still. I have a project on Highway 77 here in the Bloomington-Eagan area, so I'll tell you more about that and the slowdowns you can encounter later in the morning when I see you in a few minutes. Alicia.
All right, Cece, we'll check back in a bit. Thank you. Our top story this morning, it is day 3 of the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. The main event on today's agenda, we're going to hear from former President Trump's new vice presidential nominee, Senator J.D. Vance, for the very first time.
In the last 12 hours, the candidates made another surprise visit to the convention. Michelle Beck is here right now with highlights from last night, including what we heard from Minnesota Representative Tom Emmer. Morning, Michelle.
Yeah, good morning to you guys. Tonight's session will kick off in less than 12 hours, and GOP anticipation is building for that first public address from J.D. Vance, the Ohio senator who Trump handpicked as his running mate. As we also wait for Trump to speak tomorrow, here's part of what made headlines overnight: the Minnesota delegation. Congressman and Majority Whip Tom Emmer took the stage touting GOP wins over the last 4 years and pushing for Trump to take back the Oval Office. Remember, Donald Trump has never won Minnesota, though things were and are competitive. With the convention in Milwaukee, we know Republicans are strategizing around states like Wisconsin and like Minnesota, known collectively as the Blue Wall, for their historic support for Democrats.
I know firsthand that Minnesotans can't afford 4 more years of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. That's right. Which is why I'm confident that we will make history this November when we turn Minnesota red for the first time in 50 years.
Yeah, so what you just heard there, the possibility of Minnesota turning red this year. I'll break down how likely that is with some poll numbers coming up in the next 30 minutes. Jason, Alicia.
Right, Michelle, thank you. Some of the other big names we heard from the convention are Trump's former rivals. Some of the speakers last night included his fiercest critic during the primaries, former UN ambassador Nikki Haley, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, both now pledging their support behind Trump.
You don't have to agree with Trump 100% of the time to vote for him.
Let's send Joe Biden back to his basement, and let's send Donald Trump back to the White House.
Now, many Republicans at the convention say the assassination attempt against former President Donald Trump has unified them, which has been a major theme of this convention. Trump has even rewritten his speech for when he accepts his nomination tomorrow, focusing now on uniting the nation. And you can watch the Republican National Convention live on KARE 11 Plus, our streaming app for Roku, Fire, and Apple TV. Our John Croman is in Milwaukee, and we'll have the very latest coming up tonight on KARE 11. We're learning new details about a shooting in South Minneapolis that left 1 person dead and 5 others hurt. Now, we first told you about it yesterday morning here on Sunrise. Here's what we know.
I'm Jessica Hart. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara says 1 woman is dead and 5 others are hurt after a shooting in Minneapolis. It happened near Franklin and 17th Avenues Monday night. He says police arrested 1 man for interfering with the scene. O'Hara says it wasn't in connection to the shooting. He says the shooting happened near a spot where unhoused people sleep. O'Hara says the encampment wasn't on their radar this year, but it has been in the past. O'Hara says MPD has identified 6 big encampments in Minneapolis. Within 1 to 2 blocks of these locations, there have been 2 homicides, 8 shootings, and 28 aggravated assaults this year.
Time now 6:06, and this morning we're also learning the man accused of killing a beloved grocery store clerk in Loring Park could stand trial after all. According to court records, a judge ruled 44-year-old Taylor Scholes is competent to stand trial, reversing a ruling from earlier this year. Scholes is accused of killing Robert Scafty, allegedly attacking him with a golf club before leading a 6-hour standoff with police.
Right now, the Minneapolis Parks and Rec Board and the Park Workers Union say they're making steps towards a deal, but still remain far apart as contract negotiations continue. The two sides have held 18 hours of mediation so far this week. Union reps say that they're essentially settled on wages, but say that they're pushing back on language that would weaken the union's power moving forward. They're also accusing the Park Board of walking away from the table. The Park Board says that the union's demands are still beyond what they can handle financially.
Well, check this out. We're now getting a live look from inside of an Amazon delivery station in Eagan, where your Prime Day deliveries are heading out to your doorstep. This is a look at the deals table right now. Employees are taking a hard-earned break. The station manager says they're ready to take on extra orders.
We've been preparing for this for months now. Hired a ton of associates. We've been practicing, and now it's the day. So energy levels high, associates are pumped up, and we're excited to deliver a ton of packages for our customers today.
Oh, here's a look at some of those sales right now. You have about 20 hours left to snag some good deals on the site. Right now, the Ring doorbell is about 50% off. You can grab a Shark vacuum for a little over $100. There's also lightning deals that update every few minutes. We're going to keep tracking them throughout the morning.
Well, purchase deadline for the Roof Depot site in Minneapolis has come and gone, leaving a lot of questions about the future of that property. The East Phillips Neighborhood Institute has been slated to buy the property and turn it into an urban farm. The group was tasked with raising $11.4 million to buy the city-owned site. A leader for the organization says that people within the city advocated for them for funding during the legislative session, but were unsuccessful.
Some of our funding failed to come through for this. So we had to ask for a deadline, or not a deadline, we had to ask for extra time because we're getting the funding together, and it's looking good now.
She says there's still a path forward to reach their goal, but they're still finalizing details and are going to give an update in just a few weeks.
In less than 5 hours, nearly 12,000 acres of land will be returned to the Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe. Senator Tina Smith will be at the reservation to celebrate the land restoration. The land was taken from the tribe in the 1940s. The restoration is a part of a larger act that Smith helped pass into law.
It's 6:09 on this gorgeous start to your Wednesday. It is